So we'll go that way really fast. And if something gets in your way, pull.
All right.
Here we go. Ready, set, go. All right, line up on that big peak like the beginning of the Paramount pictures. Cerro Torre is what it's called. So we should have enough altitude over the summit to have a little fun with this.
We're just deploying directly over the summit.
Well, yeah, we'll be kind of low if we take it all the way to the summit. So I'm going to stop short of going all the way. Yeah, it'll be just a little bit above the summit. I'm pulling.
Did you guys pull? Oh.
Yep. I'm at 3, 4.
I'm at 3-1. It says on mine.
I'm turning 90 degrees to the ridge line. I'm following the ridge right now. I am.
Okay, I see.
My altimeter reads 3, but I don't know what that means.
I see one canopy when I flare. Somebody's above me. I see another one
forming up behind.
I see 2 over there above me. I just reset on 1 point. Well, one way over here, though.
Okay, I'm over the summit.
Okay, yeah, I think that's you. I see you.
Okay.
Are you turning towards the summit now?
I just turned behind Brian, actually.
Okay, that's okay.
I am right above the summit right now.
I'll front rise.
And I'm just going to do a slow left turn over the summit. Do I need to add power to delay?
There you are. I'm right behind you.
Oh, yeah, look at that. You guys are on this. Nice. Whoa, 2 on it. All right, I'm going to get a little bit below here. All right, now let's stabilize this heading, and we're going to roll right turn, following around the mountain.
Oh, my toggles aren't responding to me there for a second.
Sometimes they do that. It's excellent when you're close to the mountain. So I'm going to just tuck it in tight along this mountain, take the highest line I can, and wrap to the right. Cerro Torre. I don't know what it means, but I call it a nice place to fly. Yeah, exactly, right. I'm just going to continue right. And then we get to find out if we can make it over this little valley thing here. Yep. Piece of cake. We could almost go for 2, but I don't think we'd make it. Wow. But we can go around this little nub and come back, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to go I'm not going to go all the way. I think I can do it.
I was going to say, I think we have plenty of altitude.
You think so? Well, we'll see. I'll make the decision as I turn left around this knob.
You just front riser down.
Through the V.
Is that you, Platypus?
I believe so.
Nice.
I was behind Ryan, now I'm second behind.
I'm the last one right now.
Look at the glacier. Whoa. Oh, that's amazing. All right, and I'm going to go through the hole here and hang a right. That is a very large mountain. A little right, just keep it tight. And the walls of that big, there's a lake that's kind of blue lake, and there's another one above it. The walls are really steep leading down to that. So I'm just going to follow this side of it. So this way we can dance the ridge a little bit longer. We're going to follow around this one knob and then thread the needle, but hug it tight. Yeah, hug it tight. You might even need brakes. You might add some brakes.
Yeah, I was going to say, you guys are probably going to need brakes because you look like you're on level with that.
Yeah, well, I'm going to make my decision when I get to here if we can shoot through it or not. I made it through it before.
Oh.
Yes,
just
awesome.
barely.
Just
Very
barely.
Cool.
Just barely. And
Awesome.
hung in a right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was cool, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, and I got you guys on
Right.
camera.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the tail has the camera, really. All right, let's do some snowfield running here. So I'm going to let it drift towards the mountain just a little, and I'm going to bend it a little left when things get big. Doing it now. Where it is. Ooh, the light is so flat over the snow.
Yeah, it's hard
tell.
to tell how close we are.
All right, doing a little more than 90 left. Going now.
I just reset my altimeter. We're pretty
Closer
close.
to 180, actually. Yeah, based
100,
on the
yeah.
terrain. Nice
Yeah,
job,
mine
Snow
says
Bunnies.
30 feet.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the right. Right. Look at the cracks in the ice. That's so cool. You need some blue water there. There's nothing quite like matching pitch. You know, when you get the
I
perfect.
feel like you're hovering.
Yeah, time stops.
I'm grabbing as many coins as I can.
Yeah, you too, huh? That's why I led
Yep.
you here, because I figured you'd have fun with this. All right, I'm going to stay high on the line now. High up the hill and just hug as much as I can. There's a flat-ish spot about midway in that blue-green lake. But if you see like closer to us, there's no way. I mean, you could put it in the water, I suppose, but I would go
Then you
to
gotta
this
get reserve
field.
repack.
Yeah, exactly. Who needs that?
I actually was wondering about that with water landings, like swoopers and stuff. How do they
Yep.
do they not have to
Yeah.
get that repacked every single time they
You
land
do.
in the water?
You do. Yes.
Oh my god, that must get expensive when you're not good at it.
Yeah, well, you get your rigger's rating. It doesn't cost anything at all. All right, so I'm going to go left and then right and land on what appears to be a flat spot. So go parallel to the water line and just go across the hill. It just looks sort of greenish. I was like, yeah, okay, that's arguably a landing area. Oh, I had to float it on the brakes early. Just right across the hill, landing on the high foot, then running in a line, one foot in front of the other. Nice.
Nice.
Little low.
Hey! That's not a bad way.
Whoa.
He went right through me.
That's
not so bad.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I thought you guys
That's where
would
we
enjoy. Can you believe that? I
that's
did the
where we
same
just
thing.
came from.
I land and go, oh, wow. We were so busy
That's fun.
flying that it's very easy to not see the
Yeah,
big picture.
You can see that little crack that we just made it around there too.
That was
Yeah.
epic. We did a few of them where we cut it close. We were right on the edge of what's possible. 2025 has been a whirlwind of a year already. And I am making this video as a reminder to reconnect. Reconnect with each other in love and compassion. But first and foremost, reconnect with yourself. In a place of peaceful grace, set aside your thoughts. Set aside your judgments and conclusions. Give it time to wear off. Give those ideas a time to settle and fade. And gently go away like dreams that you forget in the morning. It was all a dream in your mind. Your impression of the world and of your place in it was a perspective. It was a projection. And if you have concluded something that brings you away from a feeling of grace and hope, down out of your heart center into a root feeling that makes you want to run away, let it go and find a place of peace and quiet and orient yourself. Orient yourself with the world that you're in the physical way, to pay attention to the details of nature and figure out your place in it. Take a compass. You've got one on your phone. Figure out where north is, and east and south and west. And calibrate your inner compass with the outer world. Through your silent peace, you will find that all that drama in your head that was making you crazy was just the human mindset. It was the intellectual take on it, the logical conclusions, the storyline that you manufactured as an interpretation, but it doesn't make that the only truth. And the wisdom of grace begins with asserting that you don't know everything. Because if your knowing, your conclusions lead you to feel hopeless, perhaps there's another way to go with your thinking. Everybody gets there. Everybody gets to that point where you consume a little bit too much information in a specific direction, down a specific rabbit hole that infuriates you, that causes disgust and hatred. Don't buy into that. Because what does it do to you? What does it do to your vibe, which is the soil from which your future thoughts come? Are you generating an environment within your mind that will lead you to constructive thought that builds the improvements with your creative powers? Or are you falling into the victim mindset? If people really knew who they are, if you realized in this moment the tremendous powers that you have, you wouldn't worry. You wouldn't panic. You would relax and go, with that eye roll of escaping the human mindset. The tremendous relief that comes when you remember who you are. Remember the divine spark of cosmic consciousness that is at the center of your mind. And beyond the infinite cosmic consciousness, which is a little hard to get your brain around for some, or at least at first, consider how you are connected inseparably to nature. Consider how you are the fruit of the earth. Not just your physical structure, but your mind. How do you not look at this earth and go, wow, it's so beautiful. It's majestic. It's magical. And if that's true, what are you? Do you think you were separate? Do you think you were less worthy just because the human mindset has led us away from the way of harmony? It was just a bad dream. All of the thoughts that led us away from harmony with nature and with congruence with the harmonious nature within us, they're just thoughts. They're just ideas. And with this breath, right now, you can release those thoughts. You can laugh it off and go, holy crap. Boy, did my mind take me a long way from who I really am. Who are you when your inner child is in the driver's seat? And I don't mean that in terms of innocence. I mean that in terms of the lively spark of your creative imagination and your interpretation that leads to inevitable appreciation for your world. The child within you is in awe. And if the cranky grown-up that you've gotten used to being, the role that you've been playing and the persona that you've been carrying out is leading you away from that, quit it. Quit it. Because you are a multidimensional being. And that means a lot more than the first blush. There's a lot more to you than you've even quite realized. And more importantly, more than you've remembered. Your brilliant wisdom that shows up when you set aside the frustration and struggle of the human mind. It's infinite. And if you let go and you allow peacefulness to be your way, there is nothing that you can't solve, do, or be. So we will alternate as human beings between the human perspective of 3D Earth and the struggles and pains of somebody living in a human body in this time frame, and the larger expanded consciousness of who you really are. Don't beat yourself up for drifting into the human world, especially if you take in media of all kinds, thoughts from a culture that has become unhealthy. There's an understatement. If you watch movies with murder, good guys and bad guys, duality, hate, vilification, suffering, and victimhood, don't be surprised if it takes you a little while to get back to the vibe that you have when you're in joy, when you're in bliss. The cork will float if you give it a chance. If you don't keep pushing it back down underwater with supporting thoughts and beliefs that keep you lowly. Let it go. Accept it as it is. And let your spirit rise. Breathe in the knowing, the remembering of your true nature. Let the silence be the portal to your knowing, to the return to the internal homeostasis of well-being that is the basis of your true nature. And don't beat yourself up for being human and losing your frickin' mind once in a while. Just keep resetting, recentering, reacquiring the true north of your consciousness. This is the human journey. To maintain your memory of your divine connection as you walk through the mud of the human experience. That's all it is. It's a duality that you manufacture in your mind in the deliberate act of forgetting that all is well, so that you can find your way back home. Release your judgments and certainties and come on home.